Okay, so I'm gonna take tonight and make a little like motivational self-help video, one shot, one take, and I'm gonna go over a couple things that have been on my mind. And since this is my channel, I can kind of do whatever I want with it. So, what I've been thinking about a lot recently is the limits that we put on ourselves. Like, for example, I can't. I'm not a good cook. I don't know. I'm a good cook. Let me try to think of something. I need to go to college to get a job. That's a huge limit that people put on themselves for like blatantly no reason. And I can get into this a little bit. So, the reason I say that's a limit people put on themselves is what is a degree? Like, let's break it down. I'm not college, like, okay, I don't have a degree. I consider myself to be educated, though, because I think critically about most things. Actually, like everything, I need to have a reason why I'm doing something, right? Like, there needs to be a reason why. And a lot of things I've been doing recently have been to better my life. And so, like, when you think about a college degree, it's basically someone else's stamp of approval that you are capable of doing what you say you want to do. Like, if I get a computer science degree, which, by the way, most of those courses barely teach you how to code. Like, barely. You don't really learn how to create an app. Like, you look into any CS degree course and you will see like one, maybe two, not even required for the degree courses on creating an app design, and all that other stuff that goes along with it. So we get this degree that basically doesn't even teach you how to do the job, and I think that's kind of wrong, right? But anyways, like, that is somebody else approving that, yeah, you can do the task. But like, who told who who gave John Harvard, I don't know who gave the leader of the head of Princeton the authority to say that I can do that? Like, I might get good grades in it, but the only person who fucking matters is me. Like, can I do the job? Yeah. I've created multiple apps, like, by myself. So why do I need someone else to say, yeah, this kid can do it? He's really good at programming. I give him A's. Like, bruh, you didn't even teach the kids that took the class how to even fucking make an app. I disagree. Like, I disagree with that concept of, like, you need a college education to get a good job. And also, let's think about what is a good job. Because when you get a job, you work for someone else. Personally, like, I hate working for other people. I hate it so much. This is how much I hate working for somebody else. Every single time I've gotten a job, I've smoked meth. Like, I hate it so much that to make it bearable, I have to get high on methamphetamine. And yeah, I'm openly admitting that on the internet because it's true. I hate working for someone else. It makes my life miserable. Like, literally, the last, like, long-term job I had, like, day fucking 3 of having the job, I bought it. Like, yeah, I'm an addict, and at that time, I was 3 years sober almost, and the third day of having that job, I got high. Like, that's how much working for someone else makes me miserable. So, like, even if I got the degree, even if I got a computer science degree, or, whatever degree I wanted, a business degree, fucking somebody, like, getting a job is going to be miserable no matter what. I like working for myself. It it fulfills me. Even if I make less, I'd much rather make less working for myself than and overworking. Like, I work a lot more for myself than I do for someone else. But I'd rather do that than fulfill somebody else's vision, you know? So even the concept of getting a degree is ridiculous to me. Like, I get that degree, and guess what? I'm going right to the pipe, back to the pipe. And my life, it's been so much more fulfilling for me ever since I started like taking it seriously, working for myself. I'm like so much happier that, and I've accomplished so much more. And just now, like this week, I'm starting to actually make more than I did at my last job, which is awesome. But what am I trying to say? The point is, a degree, all it is somebody else saying, yes, you are good enough for this job. That's what that piece of paper means. It's a stamp of approval. I don't need a stamp of approval. Like, if I, you know, one of my gigs is I do writing. I do freelance writing for people. I do journalism. I do all of that kind of stuff. And like, apparently there's degrees for that. What? Why do I need a degree to learn how to write? I've been speaking English and reading other people's articles for fucking years. So I know how to write, I know what people want to read, and AI is kind of coming and making it super easy to do. Like, you don't need a degree to be a writer. That's kind of dumb. You don't need corporate experience. Like, if you are a corporation and you have writers in house, you are dumb. I'm just gonna say it straight up. Like, freelance writers, some of them might be bad. Like, if you pay them 1 or 2 cents a word, chances are they're going to be kind of bad. But if you pay them like a decent wage, most of the time they'll probably do a better job. And honestly, the person that you have sitting there full time at their desk, they ain't doing shit, bruh. Same with social media managers. Like, do you even need a degree to be a social media manager? That would be the stupidest degree that ever exists. Like, oh my god, I know how to use hashtags. Yeah, look at all these YouTubers. Do they have degrees? They must be really good at being social media managers. No, fucking not. No. These influencers, like companies that have a social media manager that have a college degree, they are not using their college degree whatsoever in their field. So, why am I telling people not to go to college? It's a scam. Like, think about this, right? Think about going to college and them teaching you how to be, say, a financial advisor. And they're giving you advice on like how to properly handle funds, or like, you know, being an accountant or like account manager, something to do with money. Like, obviously colleges teach handling money. But get this, each student at that college is paying somewhere like, let's go with a, a big college. Let's go with like OU. Each student is paying $50,000 per semester. Every single student. And let's say that there's 1,000 students. Like, that's $5 million per semester. That's a lot of money. And there's way more than that. There's a lot more students than just that. And some of them are paying a lot more. They're also bringing in a lot of money from like football games and shit like that. So these colleges bring in a ton of funds, right? And then, you know, you get your degree. Let's see, that's about $200,000 in the hole. Like, that's a lot of money in you know, that you already paid the college for your piece of paper. And then 4 fucking years later, this happens to like a lot of people. 4 years later, hey, yeah, we're just asking for alumni donations. The student gave you 200 grand that they didn't fucking have, and you're calling them asking for alumni donations? Are you kidding me? These people are teaching people how to handle money? Like, this, like, you are worth so much more than whatever the college tells you. Like, whatever degree that you get, you're worth more than that piece of paper. Like, you are. All you have to do is believe in yourself. You know, I used to think, like, oh my god, I am a leech on society. I am blah blah blah. And I, and like, I'm bad, I'm terrible, I'm so stupid, I'm never gonna make it, I'm going to community college, blah blah blah. Like, I did a lot of self-hate, and I was unhappy with it, like, my situation, for a long time. And now I've begun to realize that I'm grateful. I'm grateful I dropped out when I did. I'm grateful that I did the drugs that I did, because it made me realize I didn't need, the only person's stamp of approval that I needed was myself. I fully believe that I'm going to make this business work. I'm going to make it successful, and it's going to be my work. Even if I have to put in 8 hours a week and make nothing, and like having to wait 3 days in between meals because I can't afford it, it's going to feel so much more fulfilling than if I worked for somebody else. Like, that's the thing. If I work for someone else, it's going to be miserable. And I believe that you can do it too. Like, think about this. If everybody quits their job and starts working for themselves, do you really think, Amazon needs another account manager? Do you think they need another accountant? No. No, like, computers are really, really good and really, really powerful. Like, a lot of these jobs, people are bullshit jobs. And there's, like, kind of a revolution happening, I feel like, where people are starting to realize this is fucking useless. I learned nothing in college. I don't use my degree ever. And, like, if you look into the history of schooling and degrees, what is it teaching? Why are they teaching it the way that they are? And you know why? It's because it doesn't make smart people. It makes workers. You're worth more than that. You're worth more. Like, think about it. If your boss is paying you $40 an hour, you're earning your boss way more than $40 an hour. That's just business. You're worth way more than whatever the fuck your boss is paying you. You're worth way more than whatever your degree taught you. You're worth more than that piece of paper. I'm worth more than it, and I don't even have it. I know my worth. I know that every day I become more valuable to myself because I put in the work. I put in the effort. And that's the thing. You need to put in the work and effort. You need to start writing down your goals. If you think about this, I started writing down my goals onto a whiteboard like 2 weeks ago. And so far, my life has become so much more productive. I've started getting better sleep. I've started feeling more fulfilled by doing what I wanted. Just by writing my goals. Just by doing a little bit of, like, self-help. It's changed my life. And I know you can have your life change too. So that's why I think you should follow me and subscribe and all of that yada yada yada. All the typical YouTuber stuff. And I'll see you in the next video. Probably tomorrow, because I've got a lot to talk about and a lot of things that I need to help myself with. I need to let a lot of things out and just talk. So, yeah, I'll talk to you tomorrow.